people knowing that we are in fact here. Alright, let's get the show on the road. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, I will repeat again. And we have got quite a few boats that are in port now, so that is all real good. We've had a fantastic day here because we got visited by Max and Ali from Y2K, a flying visit from Australia over to Auckland, and we had a very enjoyable couple of hours with them this afternoon. Put on some great weather for them, and it's still very, very good, but the temperature is down 16 degrees, so not going to be a very pleasant night or a very pleasant morning. We woke up to 11 degrees this morning. I bet that makes you all feel really good out there. 2% cloud cover. It's just been another glorious day. A couple of knots of wind, if anything, from the east, just slightly south of east. And the bar is still hanging in there, 1033. So unfortunately that means for you guys on the outside of it, pretty strong weather. But as I mentioned, we have Alfredo and Soy Libre arrived today in North Minerva, joining quite a group of people there on the eastern side. And we have also one boat in South Minerva. Well, there seems to be 3 boats in South Minerva, but Midnight Sun is there. And a couple of other boats are on the AIS, so if they call in, we'll be able to find out something there. So they'll all be enjoying themselves, resting a little bit. So I'm going to go straight to Phil on Silhouette. Silhouette, Gulf Harbour. Yeah, I've got good copy on you, Phil, and I know you probably haven't had a relaxing 24 hours since we talked to you last. Go ahead, over.
Roger that. Position 6 degrees, 49 minutes south, 178 degrees, 56 minutes east. Course 023 true, speed 4.3 knots, wind east-southeast. 1021, cloud cover 20%. I'll copy.
All right, I have Phil on Silhouette at 26 degrees 49 south, 17856 east, on a course 023 true at 4.3 knots. I got the east-southeast wind, and I only heard the 8, but I'm assuming that it's 2-8. Correct me if I'm wrong. Might be 1-8. Who knows? 1021 and 20% cloud cover. What was the wind strength, please, Phil? Over.
Wind speed 8.
Yep, I wrote it down correctly, having squizzed at the AIS GFS report during the course of the afternoon here. All right, so it's still there, and you're still making good progress, certainly, a good couple of degrees each day north, so I'm sure you'll be happy with that, but I presume you would like it a little less strenuous. Is all well on board, over?
Roger, everything's well on board.
What's the seas?
Yeah, David just wanted to know about the seas. Are they still just steady from the east, over?
Yeah, it's pretty big. Sometimes I can see them need 4 meters fall, but I'll see the significant height is probably 3 meters over.
Yep, roger, but they should be sort of settled into a decent pattern. What is the period of the swell? Just a rough estimate, over?
Oh, well, longer than it was a couple of days ago. I would guess 12 seconds over.
Oh, that's not too bad, 12 seconds. I'll just pass the microphone,
I was
but
giving it 8.
yeah, he
8
was
seconds.
looking at between 8 and a bit more maybe, but yep, I think he's not taking the microphone, so I expect he's going to tell you you've got the same again pretty much tomorrow. So nothing very interesting to report. You've probably got the same thing on your models. Over.
Yeah, everything looks the same. Should slowly decrease in speed and wind by the time I get to Minerva. Over.
Yep, roger that.
Which is one.
Yeah, what do you reckon the day you'll arrive in Minerva, given that things are just pretty much the same but slightly easing? Over.
Best case will be Tuesday afternoon, otherwise Wednesday morning. Over.
Okay, Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning. Okay, just stand by.
Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, beautiful day. Beautiful day here. And right, you're correct. Late Tuesday and into Wednesday morning, definitely things come down as far as the wind goes, and they shift direction as well. You may wind up getting southerlies early Wednesday, and I'm sure you won't be too unhappy about that. But yeah, a lot less wind, maybe 15 to 20 out of the south on Wednesday, and midnight on Tuesday they're still about southeast, roughly southeast. So they slowly veer as you get into Wednesday. So either way, that's pretty good. So it's good timing on that. And I'm just wanting to see something. Hang on. Yeah, and as you're looking at your models, I'm sure you've noted that depression that EC is calling off to the east of Minerva on Thursday. I'm looking Thursday at about lunchtime period. And the winds on the southwest portion of that low are very, very strong. Unfortunately, you won't encounter that because it is south of you. But we're looking at 45 knots on the southwest, I don't know what I said, but southwest corner of that low. And that's on Thursday at about lunchtime. So you'll be quite happily snugged into Minerva at that point. Over.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan. Tired of this, so time for a change of pace. Over.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be pleased to get there. All right, Phil, good to talk to you, and we will talk to you again tomorrow anyway, Monday. So we'll clear with you and go to Lulu. Jody and Magnus on their way to Savu Savu, who look as if they've made pretty good progress despite the seas. Lulu, go ahead.
Good evening, Gulf Harbour. This is Lulu. We are at 27 degrees, 56 minutes south, and 174 degrees, 45 minutes east. Have you copy? Over.
Yeah, I'm just astounded. It's absolutely perfectly clear. Copy from you, Jody. No noise on the band tonight, so fantastic. Go ahead.
All right, we're right in the outskirts of Squam. So its course is currently 330, but our intentional course will be 360 once we land and return, so the Hudson gets us back to normal course. The winds are otherwise coming out of the east at around 20 knots, and the waves remain rather large, around 3 meters. Our current speed is 6.3 knots, and we're about 60% cloud cover here right now. Over.
Oh, that sounds a little bit pleasant. It's quite dark. It's a shame you guys don't have some moon. 27 degrees 56 south, 17445 east, and of course roughly due north. It's the AIS has got you 047. Anyway, you've got 6.3. They agree with you on that. Knots and easterly 20, 50% cloud cover, and you sound very bright and cheerful. So I suspect that you now have your sea legs. Over.
Yes, we're both doing that better today. I'm actually sitting up, so all is good here. Over.
Oh, that's good. All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys again tomorrow night. Hello to Magnus, and really good signal. The distance on this frequency is obviously perfect. We'll go south a bit to Mintaka and Whitecaps, and then Master Plan. So Mintaka, Gulf Harbour. No, I've got terrible copy on Mintaka. I don't know, you were really good when you were here, and you are up now at 30 degrees, so I'm surprised that we haven't got you very well, because we should be getting you at 30 degrees. Can anybody copy Mintaka? Could they come back to me? Yeah, nothing heard. Mintaka, can you go ahead? I'll try the other antenna. Go ahead.
We've got 3.5 meters east of the well and
I've got you better but not perfect on the home antenna, but that's good enough because I got 3024 degrees 176, and I did miss that, but I think it's pretty even. 176 degrees east. Speed is 6.8, and I suspect you're going pretty much true north based on what's been happening for the last couple of hours. And 3.5 meter swells there with that wind, which if you could repeat the wind, but it looks like 20 plus knots from the east-southeast. Could you give me the wind speed and direction again, please, Phil? Over.
wind speed 25 to 30 from the southeast. Now we are sailing at course of 10 degrees true, making north. Over.
Okay, got that now. 010 degrees true is the course, and that wind is up there, folks, 25 to 30 degrees. Try that again. 25 to 30 knots from the southeast. So pretty much looking like the GFS. Boy, it'd be hard. Even I could probably do the isobars with the wind at the moment on the outskirts of that anticyclone. So yep, still pretty sporty there for Mintaka crew. How's everything going? Is all well on board? Over.
I would like to say all well on board, but we're with two of us on the cruise, so but we're fine. We're fine. Over.
Okay, well they're fine, says he through gritted teeth, I think. All right, well you did hear David say the further north you get, it will start to ease a tiny bit. Might not be very noticeable for a day or so, but anyway, I'll just pass the microphone. No, nothing more from him, so we'll talk to you again tomorrow and clear with you and go to Whitecaps, who's probably going to even, based on the GFS, they might even have wind a little bit stronger. Whitecaps, Gulf Harbour Radio. No, nothing heard from Whitecaps. I have got them 8 minutes ago at 31 degrees 11 south and 174 degrees 19 east, and the course is it's 5 knots on a course of 008. So no, it's not. Its course is 324 degrees true at 5 knots. So they've certainly got a bit of wind around them, and usually they email in one way or the other. No, they haven't emailed, and there's no WhatsApp, so we won't get an update from them for a bit, but it'll come in shortly, I hope. All right, let's go from Whitecaps to Master Plan, Gulf Harbour. Okay, I'm just going to look for somebody, maybe one of the boats at North Minerva, either Skylark or Soy Libre, could come in and tell us what it's like at North Minerva, and then put a call out for me if you are there. Calling North Minerva. Yeah, good copy from you again, Phil. It's been pretty good, solid copy from you all the way through, really. First of all, what's happening at North Minerva? Over.
We currently have 5 knots from 0902, over.
Okay, a good steady easterly of 25 knots and quite a few boats in there. So I would actually like if you could give a call to, let's try Master Plan. They will not be able to copy me probably. They might have given up listening, but if you could just call Master Plan, that would be great. Over.
Roger. Master Plan. This is Skylark. Master Plan. Skylark.
Doesn't sound as if they are there. I will ask you just to do a general call on my behalf in a minute, but Master Plan half an hour ago were at 3 degrees 16, so they've done a couple of degrees, 175 degrees 30 south, and they were on a course of 039 true at 5.8 knots, with what the GFS says is the 20 knots that plus that most of you are reporting. Okay, now if you could if I could prevail on you again, Phil, just to do a general call for any boats wanting to check in, not copying net control, which is me. Go ahead please, Phil.
General call for your crew would like to check in on the Gulf Harbour skip that has not done so already. Over.
Yeah, just stand by, Phil. I've got Midnight Sun, and that would be good. Midnight Sun, I got your message, nicely safely tucked away in South Minerva. Was the entrance no problem? Over. Oh, that's good. And how many boats? I've got 3 of you on the AIS. How many boats are there? Over.
4 in total, over.
Oh, 4 in total. And I presume that your conditions are pretty much like what Phil has got at North Minerva, with the 25 knots from the east. Is that correct?
Correct. We have at the moment 23 knots through wind direction to 100, over.
Roger. And is there sufficient protection over where you are from the reef and fetch? Over.
Yes, we have over.
Well, that's good. Okay, thank you for that information. Interesting to have that, because the conditions are fairly good. When you went through the entrance, what was the water condition like within the reef? Over.
Just outside the reef, quite bouncy, but we don't have all the quite pleasant, but it's just solid.
Yeah, missed a bit of that because it's not all that clear on your
Bouncy.
signal. But a bit bouncy outside the reef. We've got that bit though. All right. Well, you guys, have an enjoyable time looking at South Minerva. There's a bit of exploring to do. Exploring. Okay. Thank you for that. And I'll just go back. Is there anybody wanting to check in? Please call. Nothing heard, and back to you, Phil, if you could just do one final call for anyone I'm not hearing or would like to check in, please go ahead now, Phil, on Skylight.
General call for anyone who would like to check into the Gulf Harbour skip on Skylight.
Yeah, I thought I heard something in the background there, Phil, but nothing coming through, so thank you very much for that. Sometimes we hear from Ocean Fever, who's on his way to Papua New Guinea, but nothing tonight, so I'll just write down his report from the AIS. So this is Gulf Harbour Radio, nothing much more from us tonight. We'll go back and enjoy our lovely sunset here. It's just, we really are enjoying this really nice weather. But for those that are following Ocean Fever, he is now at 03 degrees 35 south and 154 degrees 6 minutes east, and got very light winds, but this is quite some time ago, so the satellite is not picking things up too well in that part of the world, so we'll just have to wait and hear from him hopefully tomorrow morning. Alright folks, have a very good night. I know it's pretty solid out there, so just stay safe as we all recall, one hand for you, one hand for the boat, and just keep cheerful that you're heading in the right direction. Cheers everybody, this is Gulf Harbour Radio, we're clear. I just heard somebody there when I switched back onto the antenna. Who was that? Yeah, I could imagine you would after that. So, yep, you've got plenty of company around there now. Yeah, good going and a good decision to go in with that 20 knots.
What were the conditions?
Yeah, could you tell us what the conditions were like at the pass and within the lagoon? Over.
Yeah, it's a heavy focus entry into that pass. I mean, you really got to stay focused. Make sure you're close to the reef, relatively close to the reef, and then just duck in, coming in, and pay attention to when pushing the bow around. Over.
Roger that. Good advice. So, yeah, it was good that you played it safe and came in the afternoon. So I'm sure you're happy with that decision, despite the fact that it made it a little bit longer. But you could now sleep for a week.
Was the wind later?
And David wants a question. Stand by.
I'm just curious if the wind was a little bit lighter than what you had the late afternoon before. Over.
Sure. But, I mean, it went from 30 to 20 knots maybe. So going in that pass, the wind's not lined up with the pass, and I would definitely do it at low tide, not any other tide. Maybe with the current going with you a little bit, and that's exactly how I had it. I timed it really well, and so you gotta stay focused. Going in there. I mean, your passage through that pass, if your boat will normally do like 5 knots under power, you're only going to be maybe doing 2. Over.
Yeah, roger that. You definitely have got a lot of water that's in that lagoon wanting to go west water, and that's what it's doing. So Good. Okay. Well, at least the models called a little bit later winds. Not that you would call that light, but anyway, you're safe, and you finally did it. So very, very good. We're happy to hear about that. Okay. Well, enjoy Minerva. A lot of lovely places to explore. So with that, we'll chat with you tomorrow, Andy. Good night. Over.
Okay, cheers all. It reminds me going through there some of the tour motus. Boy, you had to wait to get the conditions right there. What was the one that we were behind the Armel and saw him got turned around, and so we decided to wait yet a bit longer. I think it was it Ahi?
Ahi,
It wasn't.
yeah.
No, I think it was the next one. Anyway, they were much the same. You had to really time things well. Cheers, everybody.